One, we are live. This is a consciousness ascending presentation. This is episode 81 of Accelerating Your Journey. If you have ever wondered how the integrative process, how the faculties at play with the integrative process and your energetics, your energetic expressions inwardly play out, or the importance of them when it comes to making decisions, when it comes to making life choices. If you've ever wondered how that all comes together, that's what we're going to talk about today. Um, we're excited that you're here. If you're new, and you find value in this information, be sure to subscribe, connect with us. Check the profile information for this channel. There are a number of free offerings there that will support you in building a strong foundation moving forward with your growth and expansion. Many of the individuals that come in contact with us, probably you guys, if you are new, have most of the information. We will be plain when we say you're probably going to hear things that you've already heard before. But most have this information, and if you think about spinning plates, there's a lot of spinning plates, or puzzle pieces. There's a lot of puzzle pieces. You know it's the same puzzle, but the puzzle pieces are not coming together for you. And they're not coming together for you because you haven't established a firm foundation. You haven't been with anyone consistently and personally enough to understand that you have to have a firm foundation. That's what makes all the puzzle pieces come together. The free offerings that we have in the profile information that you can access, they are short presentations that support the developing, the building of that foundation, which is necessary, which is critical. If you look in the description of this live, of these videos, or any of the videos, you will find the ability to connect with us on an even deeper level. We offer private sessions. We offer a private community we call the Ascension Accelerator, which has everything that one who is aspiring to be a powerful conscious creator needs to develop the level of consistency, the level of attention, the level of focus that they have in each present moment inwardly to speed up the process of growth and expansion. Understand that you can speed up that process if you are singularly focused on your vibrational expression and the contents of your mind. If you have a powerful process to addressing the contents of your mind, if you are playful and learn to be playful with reaching for a higher frequency state, and understand that you are reconditioning yourself. You are reconditioning yourself out of the low vibrational loops that have been established and that you're participating in now into higher frequency states. And as you move into higher frequency states, there are higher frequency understandings, higher frequency interpretations and perspectives of yourself and of life that exist per the frequency that you are offering. But you have to offer those frequencies with a level of consistency for the information, the knowledge, the wisdom of those frequencies to allow that to move, take place, take root, and begin to grow within your being. So, today we're talking about use of the inner senses place you closer to the truth. Use of the inner senses places you closer to the truth. Decisions made vibrationally are closer to source. Let's talk about it. Conscious creators. You're an energy being. You're a being of light. At your core, you are frequency. You are not your physical body. Your physical body is born of specific frequencies. The contents of your mind that are being held in place, they're being held in place because you are consistently offering specific frequencies. You are an energy being. You are a being whose physical experience is in direct relationship to the frequencies that you are offering. If you offer lower frequencies than has been your consistent expression, your life will begin to reflect with lower frequency experience. If you begin to offer higher frequency than you have consistently offered, your life will begin to reflect higher frequency experience. Notice that everything that you intend consciously, the relationships, the career, the business, the success, the family, the relationships, we said that, the abundance, the health and well-being, they all have a feeling, and we will generalize it and say they all feel good. If you were to have these things as experience, they would feel good, and in turn make you feel good. So with that being said, you have to understand that if you are not consistently in a feel-good place, you are not consistently in alignment with that which you consciously believe yourself to be intending. What you are in alignment with is that which you are consistently expressing vibrationally as a result of the dominant ideas within your mind and body that are what predominantly dictate your vibration. They dictate where you place your attention and your focus because you are in loops of expression and experience. Now, you are source, you are the creator, you are the center of your verse. So now that you know that, you can get about the play and practice of changing those ideas that are presently dominant, therefore changing the loops that you have been participating in for a lifetime. You are energy first. You are vibrational expression. You are frequency. The particles that make you up are born of frequencies. The dominant ideas that exist within your mind and body now reside because of a level of frequency. So when it comes to making decisions and you understand that you are vibration, that you are energy, that you are frequency at your core, it becomes a matter of aligning that which is necessary in the present moment with the result or the experience you intend. Are the frequencies aligned? Are they aligned? You want to have beautiful, intimate relationship with a partner. You're tired of the relationships that you have experienced up to this point that start great, person is doing or saying the right things, and then it begins to break down. And you've noticed that it begins to break down in similar fashion. You're tired of the breakdown. You're tired of the treatment. All of these things. And you're so tired that you have developed barriers to that type of relationship. You're not going to accept this. You're not going to accept that. You're not going to do this anymore. You're not going to do that anymore. And so with these ideas that are dominating your mind and body when it comes to relationship, they have a feeling attached to them. So the question is, the thoughts, the ideas, the language that comes from that, the behaviors that come from that, in the idea of relationship, a new relationship is started, but you have these ideas in your mind and body that are causing you to feel a certain way, speak a certain way, and behave a certain way. Are you, as a result of the fear that has caused you to establish these ideas in this position, this energy position, are you in alignment with the relationship that you consciously are intending and desiring? Do they feel the same way? Or is the person that you're being, does the person that you are being feel energetically, vibrationally, the way that you would feel if you had the type of relationship you actually desired. Are you lining up with it? And understand, you're making conscious decisions based on that which is appearing in front of you right now. And you're developing ideas, positions, based on that which you have experienced in your recent past. But the question is that we would ask is, what is it that aligns you with those types of relationships in the first place? Because once you discover the ideas within that aligns you with those types of relationships, failed relationships, undesired relationships in the first place, you clear the experience. You clear the ground. If you understand the farming idea, you clear the ground of all of the weeds and all of the shrubs and everything that is non-conducive to fertile ground for that which you are intending. Then you begin to sow those ideas that are more conducive to the relationship. Meaning, what does the relationship look and feel like? And intending to be that person that is participating in creating that experience. And in that experience, you're not pushing against anything. You're not fighting against anything. You are not thinking and feeling of anything that you do not want to experience in that relationship. You are singularly focused, pure, in the present moment, being that which is the experience. You're being the support. You're being the love. You're being the recognition. You're being the acknowledgement. You're being the connection. You're being all of the things that you will identify as you establish what that relationship looks and feels like to you. And when you establish that idea, you will be resonating in alignment with that experience. It's the same for abundance. It's the same for the type of job or career you are intending. It's the same for business success. It's the same for your health and well-being. You cannot be in conflict with your body and simultaneously intend health and well-being. You cannot dislike any part of you. You cannot hate any part of you. You cannot communicate to yourself in frustration and anger about why you still are behaving a certain way when it comes to food or when it comes to physical activity. You cannot have frustration. You cannot have hate. You cannot have disdain for yourself and achieve health and well-being. You're not in alignment with it. You are a vibration. You are frequency. You are energy. And either you are or you are not in alignment vibrationally, energetically, with the experience that you are consciously intending. And we say consciously because it's your unconscious, the ideas that you are not aware of that are actually taking you out of alignment with what you want and placing you in alignment consistently with other experience. Perfectly and precisely. Not randomly, not coincidentally, but perfectly and precisely, because the process is the same. The process is the same. No matter where you are pointing your attention, no matter what you are focusing on, no matter what you are creating, whether it's desired or undesired from your perspective, the process is the same. You are in alignment with something. The dominant ideas within your mind and body are aligning you with something. And most of the time it's a mix. And you're on a roller coaster. I had a great day today. And then this evening, something happened. I had an argument with my spouse or partner, or something happened with my children, and I was very upset. And you're doing this. Because you're inconsistent in your vibrational expression. Your mind is running wild, doing its own thing, based on the ideas that are already present in your mind and body, possibly having been put there 10, 20, 30 years ago. And so the mind is jumping based on the ideas that are there, and you're feeling great, not so great, happy, sad, excited, frustrated, peaceful, weighted, constricted. You're feeling all of these things in your physically manifest experience is reflecting that. What are you in alignment with? Are you in alignment with that which you intend? Are you connecting the energies? Are you connecting the frequencies in the present moment with the intention or the desired result? You're a party planner and you have the table decorations in mind. You're not sure where exactly to go today, but you have to find them today. You have the idea clear of what you want the tables to look like at the event. You know exactly what you want them to look like. You know what the table covers look like. You know what the centerpieces and all of those things look like on the tables. You can see the room with great clarity. So what do? You focus on the experience of the tables and exactly what they look like and exactly what they feel like. And when you leave home in search of the centerpieces or the materials that you have yet to find, you stay in alignment with that energy. And the energy will guide you, not tomorrow, not next week, but that day. Because you have to have them that evening. The energies will guide you that day to where they are. And many of you have done this over and over again in your lifetime. You just don't realize it. And you've done it with things that you've desired, and you've done it with things that you haven't desired by focusing your attention on it and being in the feeling place of the result. And you were in alignment with that experience and you found it that day. Or you found it very, very quickly. Benny says this often because it's so relevant. And of course they got it from higher wisdom. If you've seen the first movie of Kung Fu Panda, it's a cartoon. And Master Oogway, who was the panda's teacher's teacher, he actually made his transition in the first movie. But he told the panda's teacher's teacher that one often meets their destiny on the path they take to avoid it. Attention, focus, alignment. They're making decisions. They're doing things to try to move away from and avoid an undesired experience. And because of the attention and the focus and the feeling of the undesired experience, they are doing everything right to create that experience. And like we said, you're doing it all the time. Individuals are doing it all the time. They're just not connecting the dots as to being in alignment with it. In thought, in where they're placing their attention and their focus, and in feeling, which is synonymous with frequency, tone, color, vibration. What's the end result that you're desiring? Physical or emotional. You want to feel a certain way, or you want to have a certain type of experience physically. How does it feel? How clear can you get? Okay, you can't get that clear. Fine. How does it feel? Because the clarity and the information and the knowledge and the collaborative components that haven't come to fruition yet, they all are first matching the feeling. How does it feel? Are you in alignment with the experience in frequency, in energy? Benny has a certain vehicle that he is intending to manifest, materialize. And he looks at it. He goes online and looks at it and goes through it and everything. and he does it in his meditation. And now he's seeing them everywhere in his experience, right? That's what happens. You start to draw the evidence of the materialization. You start seeing it. You start hearing about it. It just starts showing up in your experience. And so it was on the highway, day before yesterday, we think, and he saw a vehicle, and it sparked high inside of his body. And he looked at it closely, looked at it again, and it was the vehicle. The vehicle sparked, triggered the associated energy within his body without him, before he knew that it was the exact vehicle that he entertains. So now he knows what the feeling is. He knows exactly what the feeling is. Before, he was manufacturing the feeling. He was feeling for the feeling. But he knows for a fact that he saw the vehicle. It sparked the feeling within his body in this area, which made him look again, what is that? And it's the exact vehicle that he has been intending. It sparked inside of him before he knew it was the vehicle. Alignment, frequency, tone. That's what you are at your core. When you make your transition from your physical body, from this plane of existence, you will return to a lighter form of frequency, of vibration, of tone. Still conscious, still an individual, minus the density of the body, but still with a level of density, but closer to the lightness of frequency that is your truth. And when you really understand that and you really embrace it, you can begin to live by that. And living by that understanding places you closer, holds you closer, consciously choosing in alignment with that which you actually desire in your physical life. Because everything is frequency first. The collaborative components that show up to support you in feeling in your experience at your home, when you leave your home, at your job, in the store, they all are matching up with your frequency offering first. But you are offering the baseline. You are offering the baseline. You are offering the foundation, the foundational frequency that starts the collaborative component association. And we get it. You still have to free yourself of the low vibrational conditioning. You still have to playfully free yourself of the fears, the insecurities. But we're communicating the possibility. We're communicating a way of life that you are approaching as an aspiring, powerful, conscious creator. We're not talking about things that you're going to understand and yay after you make your transition. We're talking about ways that you can live life right now. Living life in a way that is closer to the truth of you. Trusting more the vibration, trusting more the energetics of your experience than the physical forms existing external to you, which has never been the truth. That which is external to you has no creative power. It is a reflection of you. Again, you don't jump from point A to point B. You have to play and practice because you have established ideas and things within your mind and body. And the more you play and practice and you walk this path, you will be establishing ideas within your mind and body that more closely align you with the experiences that you are intending, whatever they may be. But this is the process. And the process is the same for everything that you have created, everything that's present now, and everything that you are intending to create. The process is the same. Foundation, Understand the process. Understand who you are and what you are truly. Understand your truth in source. Allow that to give you perspective in contrast to all of the stuff that's within you now that has accumulated and been gathered along the way that is not true of the truth of you in source. Using that as contrast to begin to unravel, to release, to let go, to recreate yourself. So that you can begin to see the light of your truth, so that you can begin to see the magnificent potentials that exist for you that you have yet to realize, so that you can begin to truly entertain your inspirations and have the ability to act on them without hesitation. This is what we desire for you. Right? You may not be inspired to be a world traveler. That's perfect. But what are you inspired to be, do, and have? And are you able to act on that without hesitation? No fear. Because what's there to fear if you're expressing? If that which appears in front of you is your expression, is your creation, is a reflection of you, then what is there to fear if you are offering in the highest? If you are expressing in the highest? If you are consistently in alignment with the end results, the end experiences that you are desiring, what's there to fear? But you have to build the muscle of the knowing of that, the certainty of that. Not the trust, but the knowing and the certainty of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who have supported us in the creation of this interaction, thank you for those of you who have allowed us, who have found this recording and allowed us to be of support. Don't leave yet. We are going to open the floor of the chat for anyone who has been inspired to an idea, has a question or comment that they would like discussed for a few moments. Feel free to place those in the chat and we will take a look at those. Thank you. All right, let's see. Not sure what we just did. Thank you for that, Catherine. It came up and then it disappeared. Now, how do we make it? There it is. Hello, hello. What's that? High Rise 6008. Hello. Catherine says, keep it up here. Thanks, Abraham. I've been visualizing the end result for something I want for a long time, and it's very powerful. I found eventually it happens or works out. Yeah. Again, that's about the process. It's about the process, and it's about being aware of the process and how it works and how it plays out and has always played out. And so often we want to look at the beautiful things, the exciting things from your perspective, the successful things. But we're talking about the process of creation. We're talking about the creative process that exists within each of you individually, that has been at work, has been at play, has been in action with every circumstance, with every scenario, with what you call good, bad, wanted, unwanted. The same process is at play. So when you accept and understand that, unravel the faculties within that process, and then begin to consciously choose what you're sowing into the process. And then you watch, right? We talk about building the muscle, and then you watch, and you do it consciously now from this day forward. Start with things that are insignificant. Don't start with the money. Don't start with the job. Don't start with these major things that have other fears and insecurities and all these things tied to them. Start with things that are insignificant, that are small from your perspective, and observe the process at play. Observe who you are being in the process. Observe that when you don't feel heavy, when you don't feel weighted, when you don't care, things happen quickly. Things happen quickly. They happen effortlessly. The evidence of the thing on approach starts to show up, and then it manifests. The experience or the thing, it shows up quickly when you don't care. So what's the point in that? You're light on the inside. You're weightless. You're free on the inside because it's something that you don't really care about. But when you focus on the money, when you focus on the car or the job, oh, there's all these things tied to it, and you're heavy and you're constricted on the inside. And the ideas that are causing that heaviness, that are causing that constriction, are what are in conflict with the experience. They are what are taking you out of alignment with the experience. Now, when you recognize that, you do what you need to do to release those ideas and recreate yourself so that you can be more in alignment, but you build the muscle of understanding the process, how it works, how it plays out, and why, with things that are insignificant in your eyes, things that are small in your eyes. And again, notice there's no triggers, there's no fear, there's no insecurity because you don't care. But it's about the feeling. It's about the feeling that's present. And then it's about the feelings that are not there when you notice these are things that I wanted, but I feel the fear. I'm not sure. I feel doubt. And you feel how that feels in the body. With those things that are insignificant, there is a state of being that you are in, and there are things that are not there, that are there when you entertain ideas of things that in your mind are big or serious or important. And then you put them beside each other. Okay, when I'm feeling this way and have an intention, things happen quickly. Over here, very, very slowly. And I have things that I've been intending that haven't even manifested yet, and it's been a long time. There's a why. But as you build the muscle of understanding the inner creative process, how it works, how things play out, how things materialize based on what's going on the inside, you become more effective. You become more efficient in creating. It's a science to it. And you're the scientist. It's a process. Once you understand the process cleanly, purely, and clearly, you can activate that process in the highest fashion consistently. Thank you for that, Catherine. Anyone else? Let's see if we can put the magic finger on here and see what happens. All right. Yeah, it's always about the basics. All of this stuff is basic. We've said that before. The process is simple. The play and practice of what comes next when you're not in alignment with things, and it's your inner being, your inner nature that's taking you out of alignment. That's what's not so simple. But you can understand how that works and how to address those things also. And it's just like we mentioned Benny's dad being a mechanic yesterday. It's just like a mechanic. Gathering the knowledge and having the tools. Once you have the knowledge and you have the tools, well, then you're always in a state of certainty because you know that nothing can come about that is beyond your skill set. Nothing can come about that is beyond your foundational understanding. Yeah, they might put a new type of circuit or a new type of module or something in a car, but it's not nothing that you can't figure out because you have foundational understanding of how things work. You can trace challenges back to its core in a vehicle, because you have foundational knowledge of how things work. And once you have secured foundational knowledge of the truth of you and source and the inner creative process that is always in motion within your mind and body, you now have the knowledge and the tools to address anything that shows up as experience. Not just to address experience, but to materialize experience. Anyone else? All right. Again, thank you so much for those of you who have supported the creation of this interaction. If you've been here, if you found value, be sure to like. It helps. Let's see. If you found this recording, thank you for allowing us to be of support in that manner. Again, check the profile for free offerings that support the creation of the Affirm Foundation. If you need us on a more deeper level, check the description of this video, this recording. There are, let's see, with the private offering, private session offering, there is a video there and information there that gives you more information on what to expect. And also, on the Accelerator, the Ascension Accelerator private community, if you follow that link, you will be able to get all of the information in relationship to that and why it's important, how it will affect you, how you will be empowered. And you can entertain the idea of a free 30-day trial when it comes to the Ascension Accelerator. Everything that you need to do is on that page as well, if you are inspired to that. We love you very much, guys. We love you very much. We're here in support of you, from these type interactions to greater and greater, to more increasing depth as you approach the private community, which again is our highest offering. We will be back Monday. It's supposed to snow here a little bit tonight, so that's exciting. We'll be back Monday, same time at 12. Everyone have a fantastic weekend, an intentional weekend. We love you very much once again, and we will talk to you soon.